Hello, this video is on Dwight Howard. So, what's the deal with Dwight Howard? He's really good. You saw he got a 30-30 game just recently. He's still balling out, even now. 30 points, 30 rebounds. Come on, folks. If you can do something like that in today's NBA, you are some kind of player. So, why won't Dwight Howard ever win a championship? Because there's no room in the league anymore for a dominant big man that plays good down low. There's just no room. There's no room for big men, period. If you're a big man in the NBA now, you better not score a lot of points. You better not be a guy like that, because if you're shooting a lot of shots as a big man, you're taking shots away from the little guy. The only way you can score a lot of points now in the NBA is if you're as a big man, is if you're extremely efficient. I mean, big men in the league today have to shoot like over 50%. And even if you do, the most proficient guy in the league, most proficient big man, only averages probably about 10 points a game. It's a sad thing, but, I'm not saying it's, not a good thing, but, because teams are scoring more points nowadays, I think, than, they ever have, but, that's from a lack of big men, because when you got big men, they're going to be blocking shots and stopping you from scoring, but, that's why Dwight Howard hasn't won a championship. I really don't think it's because of his attitude, because he's got a good attitude. I just think that teams don't have a place for a big man who's good down low and can't shoot three-pointers. It's just for a team, if Dwight Howard is your star, the only way you're going to be good is if you play through the post. You get it to him, you let him do what he wants, let him try to score with it, do what he wants with it. You have to play through the post. You have to play that old school ball that died out in the 90s. And teams are just not going to play that type of ball. I don't care who they have. I don't care if Dwight Howard is their best player and everybody else on the team is totally horrible. I don't care if all your shooters are shooting 15%. They are not going to convert back to old school ball and play through the post. That's why Dwight Howard hasn't won a championship. But I will say this, if a team did do that for him, which is never going to happen. We've seen some of the greatest big men just sit there and never get a shot, maybe get 5-6 shots a game with this new philosophy. I'm talking about big men who could score 30 points a game. So, if a team were to, if they had Dwight Howard as their star and they were to convert back to that, letting the big man get, 15, 20 shots like they used to in the old days and letting him work in the post, they would be successful. I really truly believe that if they would do that with Dwight Howard, they would be successful. But there's just not a team in the league that's going to do it. Guys, that's just the way it is. They don't want to pay a lot of money for a big man. They just want a role player big man who they don't have to pass the ball to, and you know what I mean? And he doesn't take very many shots. He doesn't take up a lot of shots. That's the type of guy that they want. They want a role player big man. Nowadays, a role player big man is more valued than a superstar big man. You know what I'm saying? So, there's just, but if a team were to do that, they could be successful, dude, because you can't stop Dwight Howard down low. You just can't stop him. If you let that man get 15, 20 shots a game, he's going to light it up for 30 every single night. And don't tell me that you can't win a championship with a center who can't shoot free throws. Because Shaq won championship after championship after championship with 2 different teams. Not just with the Lakers, like he was just on a good team. He went to another team that sucked before he got there. And he alone took that team to the championship and won it. All the while, his whole career shooting like 20% from the free throw line. So don't tell me you can't win a championship with a big man that can't shoot free throws. Hack-a-Shaq was invented when Shaq came in the league. They did it to him his whole career, and he still won multiple championships with different teams. But if I was a coach and I had a guy like Dwight Howard, we would be getting him the ball. He would have the most shot attempts of anyone on my team. And the thing about big men is they shoot a high percentage. They score a high percentage. So you got a big man taking that many shots, scoring that high of a percentage, it's just as good as a small guy. The only reason why the small guys score a lot, even though they shoot lower percentage, is because they're shooting threes and hitting threes. So, anyways, I kind of ran a little long, but that's why Dwight Howard can't win a championship. Because a big man who's really good down low, and that's all he is, there's no place for him in the NBA. He can't get enough shots to take his team to the championship.